It wasn't all that long ago that it would have been a bad joke to think that Waterville would be one of the hottest cities in Maine, but it's happening. In the last decade, downtown Waterville has undergone a dramatic transformation. It's an impressive Maine success story, one that never would have happened without the leadership and investments of Colby College, whose president, David Green, realized when he took that job that the college needed to lift up the community.
I came to Colby in 2014, and the first time I drove through this downtown, I saw this town that had a great history, great bones, but one that was really struggling.
The downtown was drab and run down with lots of empty storefronts.
And there were not many people down here anymore. And so I actually brought it to our board to talk about that and to say we need to be part of a change here.
City officials acknowledge that Colby College's leadership and millions of dollars in investments have been invaluable.
Colby really spearheaded this change, let's just call it, they took a gamble.
In 2014, Colby began creating a vision for improving downtown Waterville. It was ambitious and expensive. How much money to date has the college invested in businesses and properties downtown?
That's a great question. We have a total of about $250 million of reinvestment down here, but the college is only a small portion of that. We needed to catalyze this and to be the first investors in to show people that we have skin in the game too.
With Colby leading the way, others joined in. City government, private investors, civic and business leaders, philanthropies, and Maine's congressional delegation. About a decade ago, you and others had a vision, maybe not completely clear, but you had a vision for what you wanted downtown to be. How does the reality now compare to that vision that you had?
Far better than I could have expected, and I love to be able to say that.
So what will you find in downtown Waterville that wasn't here in 2014? The stylish Lockwood Hotel, the Schuff Art Center, another art building, the Green Block and Studios, and, according to David Green, 40 new businesses that have opened on Main Street in the last decade.
New bookstores, there's new restaurants, there's shops. It's fantastic. And so many of them are local Maine businesses, which is what we really wanted.
Without a doubt, the changes in downtown Waterville have brought a new energy, a new sense of economic promise.
If you're coming in here and you're thinking about doing a project and you've got your team, well, you also have Team Waterville here with you as well.
To get a better sense of its economic impact, Colby recently commissioned an independent report on that topic. The results are impressive. The report concluded that from 2019 to 2024, the college supported across Maine economic activity worth more than $2.5 billion. That reflects one of David Green's priorities, which is to show that institutions can play a major role in lifting up communities outside of Portland and the affluent coastal areas.
And what I like about it is that this Waterville doesn't have to be the only place, right? There are other spots in Maine. And it's great to see places like Skowhegan right now that are investing in exciting ways. Some of the developments that are going on in Bangor, for example. So we're really starting to see a ripple effect from this that I think is going to echo across the entire state.
There are no doubt people who look at what it costs to attend Colby right now, and anyone paying the full freight, I believe it's about $93,000, $94,000 a year is the estimated cost. And folks will say, those to whom much is given, much is asked, and Colby ought to be pouring money into this community.
I believe that that's true, but it's also true that Colby has the most generous financial aid policy of any college or university in the country. Our students generally graduate debt-free. We never package any loans for our students, and we have a kind of an extraordinary financial aid system where basically if you have $75,000 or under, you pay nothing to go here. If you're at $100,000 under in family income, it's $10,000. $150,000, it's $15,000. And families up to $200,000, the most you'll pay is $20,000. It will be cheaper to send your children here than it will be to the University of Maine for those families. That's a big deal.
Looking at downtown Waterville's revitalization, you might say this is the end of Act One, and it's a success. But it's not the end of the story.
I think back 7, 8, 10 years ago, right? Waterville was trying to get on the map. right? And there was a lot of work to do that. Like, we're on the map now, and now I feel like this is where the work begins, right? Because now we want to stay on the map.
As for Colby College, it remains committed to being a model by using its assets to help address broad public needs.
And if Colby can be a leader in that sphere and others will follow, then that to me would be an incredible contribution to not just to Maine, but to higher education in general and to communities all across the country.
Something else that Colby is committed to is a program it calls Maine First. The idea behind the program is that the college will, whenever possible, buy goods and services from Maine businesses, even if the cost is slightly higher than what it would be to pay out-of-state vendors.